We got here to where we're at from people like that. From people that question stuff. How does stuff work? How do we do stuff? And the foundation from those questions came from here, from school, from education, from teachers, from us. The problem is they're not getting a lot of that because of the stuff that we made from it. That's the competition. The competition is now, as I teach about electrical circuits, about energy, about power, there's a kid that's using something that they don't even know how it works, don't even question how it works, just make sure that it works. So, have we hit a wall? What I mean by that, the wall being, have we gotten to a point where the thing that we've made it became bigger than the people that made it? So, it's a big question. Next, how to change the situation? Well, obviously, there's nothing wrong with per se using technology. Use technology, but understand using technology does not mean just to use it. That sometimes it's where we have a plan, and how can you put technology inside of it? How can you, if you're throwing technology in to throw technology in, you might as well not use technology. I don't know if that makes sense. Like if I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what, I just haven't done enough technology this year. I guess I'm going to have to do some type of technological, activity. I guess I'll pull the computers out just so kids can, use the computer. If that's the situation, I don't think that's probably a good purpose for it. If you can get it by another way without it, and it's a better way than with it, you don't use it. Okay, don't throw something in that you don't need. As a result, how do we get there? Well, there are some ways. There's good ways. My anatomy class, when I was in college, I started off. I was pre-optometry, and I worked at this doctor's office, and this doctor, I kept in contact with her, Facebook, and one day, we were covering anatomy, and we started getting to the eyeball, and I said, what would be a great idea? I know somebody that knows way more than me about the eyeball. They can tell you about diseases and about all this stuff, but the problem is she's in Lubbock. So at this point, I can use technology in a way that and do something I couldn't do before. I can Skype her with my class, and now have my kids watch her on our big active board. And as a result, they can ask questions, she can explain stuff, she can talk about her field and expand something that I would kind of normally do, like, oh, here's the eye, we're going to do a dissection, and that's it, let's go to the next thing. And now we can kind of expand it, which is a good thing. The second thing is, as well, when we use it, do something that makes calculations, expressions, communications easier, but in a positive fashion. I think that the concept of positive fashion is very important, and like I told you, today's society, looking at the way that we're using technology today. While not avoiding the meat of the lesson, which means not avoiding the stuff that you want to get out as a teacher that we have to cover. All right. A couple of tools to use. Oh, okay, that's good. That's great. It's not long. I've been talking probably more than anything. Okay, that's good. Let's get there again. All right, that's the way I like that. Yeah, okay. Good. A couple of tools to use. Obviously, there's some good things. I feel like I just spoke about Skype. Making sure you use things that that you can use that will enhance your lesson. The next thing. Giving kids options. The great thing about technology, there is a good thing about it. The good thing about technology is that you can do stuff and get expressions that you've never got before. Inside my anatomy class, I use it for sure. And in physics, just because of the curriculum, we have so much, and STAR test and all this other stuff, you get kind of caught up with like, oh, I gotta get here. But there's several things I do. The first thing I do, when I always have when we use like a video, and at this point I show them stuff. I go and I say, okay guys, I'm going to show you how to make an iMovie. And I go through the iMovie and I sit down and I have it connected to the active board and I say, okay, you're going to make an iMovie, and I start off with something really corny, like something that's like, hey, this is how you make it and this is how you get stuff from it. And as a result, you know, I show them, I sit down and I kind of go over a process, and and I do something silly, but just so you kind of get the concept, okay? And what was this at? So I made this, just literally sitting down and talk to kids, and it's corny. It's, oh, you can't hear it, can you?
Put the mic up. Put the mic up.
Where's it at?
Is that picture?
I met this old lady, she acted young, I told her to act her age, and she died. Stop, please, just stop. Hey, you know, what do you call a deer with no eyes? I have no idea.
But I did something like that. It's corny. It's real corny. It has nothing to do with anything. But as a result, by doing it, I showed the kids, like, hey, here's how you use the stuff. And then after that, I take it, and they'll make a video. They'll make their own little annotation. They'll make their own little video. And that's kind of like the starting point. At that point, I'm real stringent on the rules. I tell them, hey, you have to have this. It has to be a certain amount of time. It has to be this. It has to be that. You know, you got to put it together a certain way. And then later, we kind of go back. We'll do that. We'll do a keynote or a PowerPoint. We'll do, you know, obviously like a research. We'll do things of that sort. And at the end of the year, I'll give them an option. Like my anatomy kids, most of them are seniors, so you know this is already kind of like the end of the year for them. So we're in the muscular system. I gave them an option. I said, here's the deal. We covered the physiology of muscles, and we covered, you know, some of the muscular system, the muscular system as far as grouping. You have an option. You can use technology. Some may not use technology. Some may use other stuff. That's okay. But you have an option to use this stuff in any way you like to. But I need this from you. And it's amazing because there was no restraints on it. I did not say, you have to have this, you have to have this, you have to have this. And the amazing part of it is that you get some of the best stuff you ever got. You get stuff where kids are like, you know, like, wow, this kid did this. Whoa. You know, the whole time I thought you were just kind of this, you know, just sitting here, you know. And you start getting stuff, and sometimes, you know, as a result, I kind of learned something from it, is that, you know, stop keeping kids in a box, you know, and you can start getting more from it. I planned on 1 minute. I probably went over. But I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.